10 TV shows that killed their main character and kept going, from Game of Thrones to The Wire. Killing off characters has always been a controversial topic in the realm of television. Often brought about by behind-the-scenes drama or the desire to spice things up, shows have doomed themselves by writing off the wrong lead. Some fans become attached to certain characters, so it is always a risky proposition to continue without them, running the very real risk of alienating these fans and causing them to stop watching as a result. Certain shows famously kill major characters every season, with The Walking Dead being a popular example. While The Walking Dead mostly kills off the supporting cast and smartly leaves protagonists Rick and Daryl alive, other series kill their main characters and attempt to continue. While the following shows all continued after such a dramatic departure, it can be argued if this was wise, as some never seemed to recover from their absence. Number 1. Game of Thrones. While it is mostly mocked now for its disappointing final season, Game of Thrones was the pinnacle of television during its run. Excelling due to a large, talented cast full of unique characters, the show's first season was anchored by Ned Stark, Sean Bean, a kind lord trying to do the right thing in a land where everyone wants to stab each other in the back. Ultimately, Ned's genuine soul proved to be ill-fitting of Game of Thrones, and he is executed before the first season is even over. Viewers were stunned by the show's decision to unceremoniously axe its main character and set the stage for the series' willingness to kill major characters at any possible moment. Number 2. The Wire. Often heralded as the greatest television series of all time, The Wire follows a diverse cast of cops and criminals in Baltimore. With both sides trying to outmaneuver each other in the dangerous streets, the show focuses on a large ensemble, rather than following just one sole protagonist. The Wire features many shocking deaths, with one of the biggest being that of Stringer Bell, Idris Elba, a chief figure in the city's drug trade and a thorn in the side of the police. Despite being a major antagonistic force during the show's first 3 seasons, he is gunned down by vigilante Omar Little, Michael K. Williams, robbing the police of the arrest they so desperately desired. Number 3. 8 Simple Rules. A sitcom from the early 2000s, 8 Simple Rules follows Paul, John Ritter, who is forced to contend with his 3 children after his wife Katie Sagal, secures a full-time job. All the typical sitcom fare is explored, from first love, heartbreak, and the realization that nothing is as strong as the bond shared between family. Tragically, Ritter passed away after the completion of the first season due to a heart condition. The show continued without him, killing off his character while introducing new ones to try and help fill the void. While the show aired for 2 more seasons, it was never the same without Ritter, and it was cancelled in 2005. Number 5. 2.5 Men. One of the most popular sitcoms of its era, 2.5 Men follows Charlie Harper, Charlie Sheen, a playboy whose carefree lifestyle is interrupted when his neurotic brother Alan, John Cryer, and 10-year-old nephew move in. The show plunders the private lives of both men to produce the expected comedic results. The show found itself caught up in the controversy surrounding Sheen during his infamous winning era, and they decided to cut ties with him. He was replaced by a new character played by Ashton Kutcher, and as a final insult to the difficult Sheen, the writers decided to kill his character off-screen, before bringing him back in the finale only to kill him again. Number 5. The O.C. Set in the wealthy suburbs of Orange County, The O.C. follows troubled teenager Ryan Atwood, Ben McKenzie, as he is adopted by the kind Cohen family. As Ryan struggles to settle into the upper-class neighborhood, he soon falls for rich girl Marissa Cooper, Misha Barton, and the pair's romance is a key part of the show. The 3rd season of The O.C. is universally considered its weakest as it pursues many poor plot lines featuring new and unlikable characters. It concludes with Marissa's death, seeing the show lose one of its key characters in a car crash. The shocking moment is a shot in the arm for the series as it improves greatly in its 4th and final season. Number 6. Misfits. Released right before superheroes began to overtake the box office, Misfits is pitched as a British take on X-Men. The series follows 5 young delinquents as they are forced to work community service together before a freak storm gifts them superpowers. The show then explores their struggles to discover the purpose of their new talents. Misfits proved to be a hit with viewers and introduced the world to talented actors Robert Sheehan and Iwan Rheon. Throughout the show's 5 seasons, the original cast members are all phased out, with Curtis and Alicia both being killed off. Fans were disappointed by the change of characters and the latter seasons are viewed as inferior. Number 7. 6 Feet Under. A show obsessed with death, 6 Feet Under revolves around the Fisher family, the owners and operators of a funeral home. After his father passes away, estranged son Nate, Peter Krause, returns home to run the business with his brother David, Michael C. Hall. The siblings and the rest of their family deal with both drama and death on a daily basis. Nate is diagnosed with a heart condition, and it is something he is forced to deal with throughout the series before it finally claims his life in the show's fourth last episode. The last 3 episodes follow his family as they grieve, before the finale's final scene is a powerful montage of the death of every major character in the future. Number 8. Charmed. A cult classic, Charmed follows the Hallowell sisters, who discover they are descendants of powerful witches. As they try to keep up appearances in their daily lives, Piper, Prue, and Phoebe also practice their witchcraft while battling the forces of darkness to protect humanity. The 3rd season finale shockingly kills off eldest sister Prue, as she is murdered by an assassin sent by a demonic leader. Instead of forcing the sisters to continue as a duo, they discover a younger half-sister named Paige, and the new arrival completed the trio for the following 5 seasons. Number 9. The Vampire Diaries. A guilty pleasure for many, The Vampire Diaries is a cheesy soap opera that also happens to feature vampires. The series stars Nina Dobrev as Elena, a teenage girl who moves to a new town. While there she is drawn into the supernatural underworld and finds herself caught right in the middle of a love triangle between 2 vampire brothers. With her star on the rise, Dobrev announced that she would be leaving the show after its 6th season. Rather than killing her off completely, Elena is placed in a coma. This allows the show to focus more on vampire siblings Stefan and Damon instead, with the latter always being the show's most popular character anyway. Number 10. Supernatural. Okay, so this one is technically cheating as they are always brought back, but Supernatural is infamous for repeatedly killing off its leading men Sam, Jared Padalecki, and Dean Winchester, Jensen Ackles. As the 2 brothers journey from town to town hunting monsters, they find themselves facing death on a regular basis. It feels like almost every season of Supernatural features at least one of the brothers dying, with even one episode devoted to Dean dying over and over again in a Groundhog Dog-style scenario. 2 separate seasons have ended with one brother being sent to hell, while the Winchesters have been shot and stabbed to death several times.